Hello and welcome to Metal Vice, a podcast where we talk about all things music.
Well, the things we care about.
That's right, which is mainly metal music and live music. I'm your host, Brian, joined with your other host,
Karen.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see I have the orange vest on, so it is another boat show episode that we're talking about.
Good job remembering it.
Yes, because we are talking about Lacuna Coil, as the title of the show says.
Yes, I should.
Yeah, it should. It was a busy week for boat shows because before this we had Lamb of God with Fit for an Autopsy, Senjuka Sabog. They weren't on the boat yet.
Not yet.
Testament was earlier in the week. We didn't go to that show, unfortunately. We talked about it.
Yeah, we decided not to. Yeah.
That would have been another boat show.
Yeah, Kubla Khan was with Lamb of God, though.
Right. Monster Energy Drink Presents Kubla Khan was with Lamb of God. I forgot about that. Yes. Fucking Monster Energy Drink Presents.
I don't know where that came from.
If you haven't seen that show yet, Kubla Khan is the last opener for that Lamb of God tour. And on their sort of backdrop, the LED screen that they have going for them, it's the Monster Energy Drink logo at the top right and top left.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? I was really, really upset about that when I saw that. I fucking hate.
I don't know where that came.
Yeah.
I've never seen a logo on a backdrop.
I mean, for a tour, like Jägermeister presents
Jägermeister or something like
Music
that.
as a Weapon, or whatever the fuck it was called.
Like a festival.
Yep.
They'll have those or whatever, but not
The
like
Bud Light stage or
not like
something
an
like that.
opener for a tour.
Right, yeah.
So, I don't know. It was interesting.
I hate life now with advertising everywhere. So when I saw that, I was like, fuck you guys, I'm done.
Yeah.
I wasn't really into their music anyway, but
This just solidified. I really want to like Kubla Khan. I don't know. I just
like knocked loose. You
yeah,
really want to
yeah.
like them.
I want to like knocked
there's
loose.
just something about it.
Yeah, I just can't get into it. So I don't know. But it's fine. I mean, not everything's for everybody. So
That's right. That is very true. But yeah, we're not going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Lacuna Coil, which again, a boat show, and we did see that. That we're going to talk about for our main topic here. But before we get there, just the standard housekeeping stuff that we've started to do the last few weeks. We want to hear from you, the listeners. So if you're liking this, if you're not liking this, definitely reach out. Let us know. We have an email, metalvice1@gmail.com. Send us an email there. You can follow us on Instagram. Comment there, message us there. We respond there. Mostly you respond on those ones. And then obviously the YouTube comments as well. We don't respond to everything, but we try to respond to as much as we can or feel appropriate to respond to.
Yeah, I think that's the main
so,
thing.
we want to hear how this is going, if you're enjoying it or not. So,
or if there's something else you want us to talk about.
For
add
sure.
it to an episode or do an episode on it or something.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to be doing a book club episode here shortly. More book ideas would be good to know as well.
Yeah, we have a couple lined up, but if there's anything else out there that might interest what we do, which is metal music or live music. I mean, maybe there's books out there about like touring and shit.
Touring and the production values and like the
maybe we'll have to look into that
business side of things.
Yeah, maybe more for research, not like a book club episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into the episode.
So we're a little preoccupied. Like always, when we start to record, our cat decides to wake up from his nap and needs to be the center of attention. So he's going to be attacking us under the table here, and it's very annoying because he's a biter. I don't like that. Anywho, we're gonna move on to our segments that we've been doing since the beginning of this year. And I think we're going to do another episode next week's, obviously we're going to do another episode, but next week's episode is going to be the same format with the segments. And then I think we're going to take a few weeks off for family trips and whatnot.
Yep.
So we have what we call filler episodes lined up, which again, that's that book club episode. Business Insider did a thing on, he bit you.
No, he just nudged me, but I jerked.
Anyway, Business Insiders did a thing on like ticket prices and whatnot. So we did like a watch along and commented as we watched. And then what was the other one?
The other one is the Houston.
The Astroworld tragedy documentary on Netflix. We watched that and we're going to talk about that. We've done Firefest and we want to do a bunch of other shit like that as well. So we got those 3 filler episodes. I don't know if there's going to be a 4th or not, but those will be coming up here in the next few weeks as well while we are out of town, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not seeing shows.
Yes, that's what it is. Mostly that.
We're with family, but we're not doing our normal,
right,
going to concerts and our normal life. So
All right, so anyway, let's jump into the headlines then. Not a whole lot this week. I've been a little busy or preoccupied this week. I had C2E2,
Yes,
Chicago Comic Entertainment Expo, big meetup of the nerds where I love to go and hang out. I love the cons and whatnot, so this is one of my favorite ones I go to every year. So I've been doing that. It kicked my ass pretty hard, which is going to play into this show we're going to talk about later.
Yeah.
So didn't do a whole lot there.
Maybe you're not in your 20s anymore. And
Definitely not.
You need to learn not to overbook yourself.
Yeah. But the first headline I have is a man in North Carolina has pled guilty to stealing $8 million in royalties from streaming platforms using AI-generated music that he made and put up there, as well as AI-generated bots that he had go and listen to his music.
I was wondering how many people so I know that you can like buy YouTube followers or you can buy like Instagram followers and stuff, so I was wondering if any, like on Spotify, if you could do that.
See, this is one I feel weird about because we've said this a lot. I hate AI art. I put that in quotes. Like, AI art's not fucking art. It's garbage, really, I think. And I hate it. And I hate that platforms like Spotify have it on their platform. They're not like flagging it or anything. So hearing people put up AI art and then they have AI bots go and listen to their stuff is also like, this is a weird article for me because I'm like, good for this guy for using the system that they have in place. If the platforms didn't want to pay out the royalties for this, what they should have done is eliminate AI art on your AI music on your platform. Then boom, he doesn't have that. Or eliminate the AI bots, like you were saying. I do think you can buy AI bots to go and sort of pad your streaming numbers a little bit. Yeah,
like your listeners or whatever it is.
Yeah. So I don't like when they say like this artist streamed this many million songs. It's like, but did they really? Like the skeptic in me is like, I don't think they did. I think there's some bots here, especially with like the more poppy type shit out there. So this is a weird one for me. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't personally necessarily see anything wrong with this. To me, the issue is with the platforms allowing for the bots and allowing for the AI shit.
So what are they saying? Like that he
stole royalties from like real artists from like, and it's sort of fraudulent for coming up with like these fake users to come and watch your shit.
I understand that part. Yes.
Okay.
But so he used AI to repost other people's music and then he had bots come listen to it.
He made his own AI music, from my understanding, put that up there so he could get the royalties off the streams, and then he had AI bots listen to his music to pad up his numbers to get the royalties.
The only part in that I think would be the fraudulent thing is the AI bots now because of like you said, like Spotify and Apple Music, right? Are both
and YouTube as well. Okay, so a bunch of Amazon.
Okay, so but those platforms already allow AI music, so right there he's not breaking any laws,
right?
The thing that, and also like in my opinion though, if he used bots to like get the royalties, that's not breaking any laws either. If you allow bots on your platform,
right?
I don't know. That's a like tricky one.
I
understand where you're tricky on it.
I somewhat get the like it's fraudulent because you have bots listening to your shit, but like again, a part of me thinks there are not legitimate bots, but like. This is a common practice in the industry. So like singling out one individual.
I know people do that on YouTube. And people can call it out by being like, if you have, say, 3 million subscribers, but then you only get like 10,000 views. Yeah. It's like something happened there.
It's kind of interesting because like watching our subscription numbers and watch time. So to make money on YouTube, and we don't make money on, we're not monetized.
No, we don't make any money on this.
There's like a little earn tab on your like YouTube studios and whatnot where you have to have X number of subscribers. I think it's 500 subscribers and posted 3 videos in the last 90 days and had, I think it's like 3,000 watch hours or something.
4,000 watch hours?
Something like that. I can't remember. 3,000 to 5,000 watch hours or whatever it is.
You need to have time.
Yeah.
And it's not views. It's like
watch hours. Yes. Yeah. So like our views are not always that great, and it's like we've had 20 views for 14 seconds or some shit like that. So obviously not make much time there, but it does add up, right? Yeah. Anywho, what I was trying to say is it's kind of fun because you would watch this. We now have like 111 subscribers or something, but you'd watch this and that bar graph that shows you like how many subscribers you have is like lockstep with how many watch hours you have, which is what you were saying with the whole like you can tell based on 3 million subscribers, but your watch hours are 1 hour or some shit like that.
Yeah, you can kind of tell the difference there. But anyways, thanks for the YouTube background.
Yeah. No,
I think I get what he was doing, and I'm sure that they can find fraud in it somewhere. But if they allow it, I don't know how it can be fraud.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's on the platforms now to eliminate the bots or eliminate
work
to eliminate bots.
Yeah.
At which point, if your standard policy and procedures are no bots allowed, you'll fine allow AI music, but you should have a standard procedure that says in your terms of service, no bots allowed. And then therefore you need to go after everyone. Because again, the skeptic in me says the labels are doing bot math or like whatever the fuck bot farming out streams and whatnot. Maybe not to this extent, but I think they got him on like wire fraud. I think that's like
that's how they always get things like this though. Are like
it's like Al Capone tax evasion. Like we can't get you on any crimes, but here you didn't pay your taxes or some shit.
Exactly. There was like a thing on where like they were stealing Bitcoin or something, and they didn't actually get charged on stealing the Bitcoin. It was on wire fraud.
Right. You got to give them something, right?
Yeah.
So that's the catch-all he got tagged for. A very weird one I felt like for sure, but I don't know.
I wonder if the wire fraud comes from fake revenue more than I'm actually interested in this. I am really interested in this, like to know like how it.
Yeah, dig in deeper. I've read through the article when it first came out, when I first saw it like a week ago. My brain's been like mush since then. So that might be one. I mean, I like crime, so it's like to understand how it all came together. I said that really weird. I don't like crime. I like to like true crime stuff.
Yeah,
true crime collar crime, true crime, murder, and all that kind of shit. You're really into.
And like how everything leads to everything and how they figure it out and all that stuff, the investigation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So. I wanted to clarify.
Moving along to the next headline I have. But it looks like Black Label Society is joining Lamb of God in the digital only limited edition song track bonus track shit. We talked about that I think last week with Into Oblivion, how they had like Wire, I think was the song title, and it was available. It was supposed to be available, I think, on like the CD version, like the Walmart exclusive, as well as it was online for like 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, you could buy it like on Apple Music.
Yeah, and like Lamb of God's response to it was like, due to unforeseen circumstances, we can't control this, but hey, we'll catch you on the new show or the next tour or something.
Yeah, we are a huge fan of Lamb of God, but that was not.
Yeah, that was like very shitty for sure. Yeah.
So what's up with Black Label Society?
They're doing the same thing. They had 2 new tracks come out that were, and this is like already over. I think this was on like March 27th. You had like a couple of hours before 27th or 26th. I think it was like right before the album came out. You had a couple hours to buy like the bonus tracks digitally only. And then they have a 7-inch bonus that comes with like the vinyl, like a 7-inch single with 2 other additional tracks on that as well. So I really hate this. And like I said with Lamb of God, it's digital. It's out there in the universe. I can now go and pirate this. And if you were going to do these sort of FOMO marketing plans and schemes to get your shitty like tracks out there, and then I'm not saying shitty tracks, I like the process of it I hate, and like it just feels like they're trying to drive up the FOMO to get people to buy it, and people are pissed like, well, I bought this album and it didn't come with this version. And I don't know, we had the same conversation with Lamb of God last week where, you know, bonus tracks have always been a thing, right? Where you'd buy like a deluxe edition of an album that came out as part of like a 5th anniversry or something like that would have you know, unreleased tracks on this and whatnot, which is really annoying because now I have to go and buy that new album.
I mean, it is a way for people to buy a second album if they already have the first one or whatever. It's kind of weird that they're doing it digitally.
And only for a couple hours. Yeah. Again, it's like that FOMO thing.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. And not just having it up where people can either buy it or.
Yeah.
I don't understand it though. Is it just to drive money? Like
it's to drive the FOMO to get you out there to buy it.
Need the money.
Same thing. I mean,
yeah, they need money, but like, they don't need $5 from a track.
Yeah, I don't know what it adds up to, and like how much of it is actually the label getting and versus them and whatnot, right?
That's true, and it could just be the label doing this or the promoter.
Yeah, who knows how, like, if it's their management, if they have much of a say in this, or like how the contracts are written. I would venture to say they have some sort of say in how their music is released and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, I haven't pirated in a few years. I think I might learn how to pirate again, and just when bands announce like these limited edition tracks that are only available for 2 hours on this one day, I'll just flag that as like, I guess I'm gonna go and pirate that song.
Or I'm just not gonna listen to it.
Yeah,
like, it's not
that very well could be.
I don't know.
Unless they're like really good tracks. I don't know. You don't know until you listen. So I hate this process or this practice that seems to be kicking off more and more. Honestly, I've hated the whole idea of like a single market where like, not a single market, but like it seems like over the last few years, the music industry has sort of shifted into release singles.
Yeah, because it's streaming.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
They're not selling them.
Right.
Like it's just on streaming platforms.
Avatar did this a few years back where they had a bunch of different singles come out, and then when the new album came out, those songs weren't on there. Like So Sang the Hollow was one of my favorite tracks they released 4 years ago, whenever the fuck it was. They eventually released all of those those 4 songs on one vinyl that you could buy. We ended up buying that as well, which was really cool. But like Amon Amarth with Put Your Back Into the Ore, that wasn't on the album, which I was like, what the fuck? That's one of my favorite tracks. Their new one, We Rule the Waves, or whatever the fuck it is. That's a single. I don't know if it's going to be on another album or if it's another one of these things. So I don't like how that's the way the market's going, but that seems to be how most people consume music, is just as a one-off track. So, as you said, streaming. So I don't know. I don't like it personally. Anywho, moving along to our last and final news story, and I just put this in there because I liked the name of the band, but it's Cody Parks and the Dirty South. They are a country metal band.
Oh, okay.
They've got their new song out, Snake Shaker, and they're supposed to have like a new album coming out as well, but they have signed to the label Blickety Blick.
Black to Black.
That's what you think it is, yes. We talked about them way at the beginning of this year when we started doing this whole segment thing of that being a new label. There's been a handful of bands already signed to this. Country metal is... I'm really interested on this. I want to hear this. I want to see what it sounds like.
Have you listened to Lakeview? Because
no, I haven't.
They're country metalcore, but
are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to listen to some of their songs, but then I was like, it's not really my thing.
So I don't have anything for new music this week because I didn't listen to any new music. I've been sort of going through my non-metal phase this last week or so, where I'm bored with all the metal I listen to, which again is very repetitive for me because I listen to the same things. I could go and check out other things, but I'm not in the mood to do that exploring. So I've been going through dark country, like The Dead South, Amigo the Devil, and a bunch of other bands. Just let it rotate on shuffle on Spotify, and that's what I've been sort of going down. So when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, I want to check these guys out now, because that seems like that would fit right in that wheelhouse.
Yeah, maybe.
Of mixing up my music for a little bit. So yeah, just thought that was cool. Signed to Blickety Blick. All right, so like I said, short week for headlines. Moving along to In the Studio, where we talk about bands who have announced new albums coming out in the near to distant future that we are either interested in, or basically they announced it and I was like, oh, this is cool. I might check this out someday. Yeah. The first of which, though, is Winterlust. I think I'm fucking that up, but they have their new album, Awakening, coming out April 3rd. So this is the singer from Kitty is in this group.
Oh, no. Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
With Justin Ether. He's from Blackguard. Don't know them.
Isn't that Justine?
Shit. I might be. I'm sorry.
I think it's Justine.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And then Jonathan. Damn it. Damn
the Janet.
Jonathan. I know I'm going to get this name wrong because it's a hyphenated last name and it's got a bunch of words French. I don't know. Why don't you try to say that then?
La France Ludac.
Really?
La France.
Francois?
La
Francois, maybe.
Le Francois Ludac.
Kitty's Canadian, and I don't know, maybe that's like the French part of Canada that they're possibly from.
Montreal.
Maybe. Quebec City?
don't know.
I don't know which part of Canada it is. I think it's Quebec. I could be wrong there. Anywho, this is a orchestratal dark wave. Not quite sure what that means. I just assume it's a lot of instrumental. But hearing that like orchestratic dark wave was like, oh, this seems
I remember hearing about this and thinking the same thing. Like, it'd be interesting. I mean, I'm not a huge Kitty fan. I know you liked Kitty, especially back in the day. But it'd be interesting to see what it is.
Their first single, Broken Lines, is already out. I haven't listened to that. Again, I haven't been in like a metal phase, but this would be something that might be a little bit different that I might actually really enjoy. So I definitely want to check this one out. After that, we have New Idea Society with Fire on the Hill coming out May 15th. Following that, on May 22nd, we have a couple of releases. The first one from Armored Saint, which is Emotional Factory Reset. I've heard of Armored Saint. I've never actually listened to their stuff, but they've been around for quite some time, I believe. This is their ninth studio album, so might have to give them a listen finally. And like I said, there was another one on May 22nd, which was Dimmaborgen with Grand Serpent Rising. This would be like a black...
I think that's Dimmaborgir.
Dimmaborgir.
I don't know how to say that name, but it's...
Not what I said.
Dimmuborgir. I always say like Dimmu Borgir.
Okay.
That's how I say it.
That's probably more accurate.
When I saw that this was announced, though, I was excited.
Yeah?
Yeah, so... Yeah. I remember you saying you liked Dimmu Borgir.
Have we seen them?
We have not seen them.
Okay.
But when I was in Ireland, I bought you an album when I came home.
Oh, okay.
Like, I went to that record store that was in Limerick after you had left. Because I still had to work or whatever. Yeah, anyways. And I bought an album of theirs to bring home to you. I think we listened to it once. But when I saw this, I was like, well, maybe they will do
a tour.
Yes. And then we can go see them.
Yes, for sure.
Sorry, long story to say. I hope that they do a tour now.
You saw that and you were excited for it also. Yeah. After that, in June, we have Lexi Legion with their self-titled album, Lexi Legion.
I think it's just Lex Legion.
Lex Legion?
Yeah, there's no I at the end, so God, Lex.
You are Legion. Right, Lex Legion. This is made up from former members of King Diamond and Pagan's Mind as well. So sort of a supergroup type band.
Yeah, I feel like there's always been supergroups, but I've been seeing more and more, but maybe it's just because we're doing things like this where like when the band or when the albums are announced, we're like actually looking at them now. So
yeah, I didn't see an official date for this, but it did say in June sometime. But June 5th, we also have a couple of releases as well. The first of which is Shane Embry from Napalm Death. He's got his first solo album, Bridge to Resolution, coming out June 5th.
Yeah, I feel like we already talked about that one.
Did we talk about that one?
But maybe not.
I don't remember it. Maybe we did, though.
Maybe I just saw it, but it's okay.
Okay. Well, the other one I don't think we talked about, also coming out June 5th, is August Burns Red with Season of Surrender.
I feel like they just came out with that album, so that's interesting that they have another one.
Did they really?
Yeah, I feel like it came out right before we saw them last year.
I guess it's a year.
Maybe it was longer before that show.
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like it was very close around that show.
And I haven't really been following them all that close.
I don't follow them either.
So I don't know how fast they put stuff out. There's bands that put shit out super fucking fast. Avatar seems that way for me, where they crank shit out. Slipknot, Metallica, bands like that.
They're really slow.
They are slow at times. Yeah. Where other bands, like I said, they just sort of shit music out and boom, there it is. Good to go.
You say that really weird.
I pump it out. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I think using the word shit it out, though, makes it sound like it's horrible.
It's garbage. I didn't mean that in a negative way by any means. Anywho, moving on, we have Mortis with Ghosts of Europa. This I'm really interested about. He looks really cool.
Oh, I remember seeing this. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck style this is. I don't know if it's going to be black metal, doom metal, or what. From the article I was reading, it sounds like he changes genres and styles all the time. Ghosts of Europa. Europa is a moon on Saturn, an ice moon. I don't know. I'm very excited for this one.
I feel like, was Mortis at Milwaukee Metal?
The
name just seems so familiar. Yeah. I mean, it's good. We say this all the time. It's getting to the point where, even if we see him at a festival or something, we forget.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe we've never seen them, but the name just sounds so familiar.
The last one I had is Moonspell with their new album coming out July 3rd, titled Far From God. This is like a gothic metal band from Portugal, Portuguese or whatnot. So I'm excited for this. I don't know much about them. I would love it if they sang in Portuguese or some part of their lyrics are in Portuguese. But the fact that it's like gothic metal rings some bells of, maybe Lords of the Lost or Lord of the Lost or whatnot. So I'm excited for that one too. And like I said, I didn't have any new music I listened to this week because I've been going down sort of a different rabbit hole. Definitely new music there, but nothing that I was... A few things like, oh my God, that was really good. But not a whole lot that I know about that. I don't know. And it's been a few days, so there's nothing new for me. How about you?
I don't listen to music.
No music for you either?
I need to get back into listening to music. Yeah, I think about it when, in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'm going to listen to music at work, and then I just find a YouTube thing, podcast or a court case to watch or something. Like I watched the Afroman case.
Oh, yeah, you wanted to do maybe a 666 on that or something. Which we did not talk about that. That was sort of a headline we could have brought up.
We could have, yeah.
But we'll probably do a 666 on that.
Yeah, I need to look into it a little bit more so that I don't sound stupid. But yeah, that was interesting. That was a probably... Well, I didn't watch the whole court. I didn't watch the court proceedings, but I watched a lawyer commentator talk about it. So it was 12 hours, 18 hours of that. So that takes a lot of time when you have that long of a show to watch. So
yeah, I guess let's move on to our next segment, which is the merch table. Let's stop over there and see what we have this week, because we have a few items. First off is the official authorized biography of Sodom. I think this has been around, just not in English, but it's finally coming out in English. Pre-orders for this are up. It's going to be out late May, early June, I think, from Decibel. So Decibel magazine, they print books as well. This is going to be out there, and I don't know, it could be a fun book for possibly book club to read more about Sodom.
Yeah.
And the other merch item, I had an email from Lorna Shore saying they have new merch, including pet merch. Oh. And typically when bands release pet merch, it's always dog related. We don't have a dog. We're whatever. We don't have a dog, right?
No.
So whenever
we're not home to have a dog.
Yeah. So whenever bands release dog merch or pet merch, it's always dog merch and whatnot. Well, Lorna Shore actually has cat merch.
Oh,
now.
Really?
They have
oh my God, we need to buy something.
They have a little catnip pouch thing. I don't know if it's full of catnip and you can't refill it, or I don't know how that works, but it's just sort of their name and their logo on either side.
Well, it's hard to tell what it is because it's a black screen on a black item on a black screen.
$20 for those though. That's pretty expensive for catnip toys. But
yeah, they'll play with trash, so we don't need to.
They will play with trash.
We don't need to buy them a toy.
So I don't know, maybe though. But I just thought that was cool that they have catnip.
That's kind of fun. Yeah, because not bands, but normally pet merch, even pet stores, is catered towards dogs and not towards cats.
Yep.
Oh, I saw this one. Yeah.
Yeah, moving along to our next segment, we have the Cemetery Gates, unfortunately, with Ross the Boss Friedman. We talked about him a few weeks back, I think it was. It was announced he had ALS.
Yes.
And Lou Gehrig's disease. And we're I don't necessarily know a lot about that, but I know it's not good. Unfortunately, it got him, I think. So
yeah, and who knows how long he actually had it before it was announced that he had it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember us talking about that.
Played in Man-O-War. I saw him at Milwaukee Metal Fest a couple years ago. It was...
You did. I was trying to figure out, because I was the name, Ross the Boss. Yeah. I remember that being on a bill, but I was I don't remember what show it was.
Yeah, it was the Saturday at Milwaukee Metal Fest. He was the bar stage. Old school metal sound. He was a fucking fantastic... Is it thrashy? Yeah, very great fucking guitar player. So I got to see him on stage. It was fucking awesome. Unfortunately though, he did pass away at the age of 72.
Yeah, that's young.
I'll have those memories forever now of seeing him on stage.
It is one of those things where it's I don't know what I was doing. I was probably sitting down because I was lazy, but I was just it's one of those things where you never think that the performance is going to be the last performance. And it's oh, I'll catch it later. Maybe I was seeing another show. I don't know. But it's kind of, I don't know. There's not always the next show, I guess.
Yeah, there's not always the next show. But the music will live on. His music is out there in the world and in the universe now forever. So he'll never fade away from that aspect. So unfortunate loss for sure with Ross the Boss. And with that, we'll move into our concert report for this week. The next show we saw, or the last show we saw.
The last show, yes, not the next show. We can't talk about the next show yet because we haven't seen the next show.
That's true. And as at the top of the show, and as the title says, this is Lacuna Coil with the Sleepless Empire tour. Joining them, we had Escape the Fate as the openers, or as the head opener. Then we had Vowws and AXTY was supposed to be on the bill, but they weren't.
So they were on the flyer, but they weren't listed anywhere on Concord. We saw this at Concord. Weren't listed anywhere there. And then it seems like that they may have been in Brazil for a festival that day, according to their Instagram.
So I don't know what was going on there, but we had marked them as supposed to be there. But unfortunately, they weren't. They were at a different gig. Our show, as you said, was at Concord. This was Sunday, March 29th. And, of course, housekeeping items here. Ticket prices for this were $29.99 with $8.21 in fees and a whopping 32 cents in tax. I think that came out to be like 22.3% tax rate, or 27.3.
Fee rate, not tax
Fee rate, yeah. I guess let's get into it, starting with the Vowws, VOWWS, and their set list. Why don't you read off what we had here, Karen?
The Season, The Great Sun, Waiting for Me, Hurt You, Casualty, Impulse Control, Simple System, Pulls Me Apart, and they ended with One by One.
So as I said earlier too, I was at C2E2 all weekend. The day before C2E2 was the Cubs opening day, so I went to go check that out. The day before that was Lamb of God show. Yep. So it was a busy.
And 2 days before that, you were sick.
I was sick. Yeah, we were supposed to go to the Reggie show with Voivod, and I felt like shit.
Yeah.
And luckily they streamed it and we watched it.
Yeah, we watched it from the couch. But
Voivod went on and was like, I can't do this. I need to go to bed. I was done.
I think we only watched a couple songs. We went to bed.
We did add all of those sets from those three bands there to the playlist we have on Spotify. So all those are on there because we did watch it on YouTube. Yeah. And I think you've said this, like, are they on YouTube? Have you looked recently?
For what?
Because Reggie's, like those Voivod shows.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's still there. So you can go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
So
I've already watched the Signs of the Swarm show there.
Have you?
Like 3 times now, maybe. So what did you do during this set, Brian?
So I was fucking tired. I was beat. After the first song, maybe the second song, I told you I was going to go wander around.
Yeah.
I ended up getting a drink from the bar. And then Concord, there's sort of the main floor. There's this long bars on either side of stage right, stage left, where you can get drinks, obviously. And then behind that is a sort of a platform for front of house, but then directly behind platform for front of house, there is a standing area that you can, like, elevated, that you can look over the crowd. And then there's another one behind that with like a bench seats all the way in the back and a couple pillars that you can sit up to get a little higher on. I ended up there and sitting down on one of those pillars. I had all intentions to wander around the venue to go up and check out merch, try to wake myself up that way. But I was not waking up, and I sat down on that pillar. You eventually came over and found me, and I didn't necessarily fall asleep, but I was very, very close to falling asleep during their set. Now, that's not because I didn't like the music. I actually really enjoyed the music.
Okay.
I know you did not like their music.
I did not, no. So it's a 2-person thing.
Yep.
One on keyboard and electronic music.
Synth and whatnot.
Yeah, like pushing buttons. And then a guitarist that you can't hear the guitar at all.
Yeah, I felt like you could hear it every now and then, for sure. This synth definitely was overpowering at times. There was a drum loop from the synth as well.
There was, yeah.
Which I was thinking, like, this would be a lot better. Again, we said this with, like, other people as well who do, like, the drum tracks. Like, get a real drummer to tour with.
They made a joke about give it up for our drummer.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Again, I was not paying the closest
I don't
attention.
remember when that was, if I was still on the floor, if I came up to you. But I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. At first, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then after 2 or 3 songs, I'm like, the cadence of the song is exactly the same.
Yeah.
The synth part, or whatever you want to call it, is exactly the same. The drum beat is exactly the same. And I'm like, I just didn't care for it. The vocals were interesting because there were like a regular mic vocal and then like I don't even know what it is, but like the distorted.
Yeah, the
like,
person on synth would like sing through their microphone and it would be like distorted a little bit.
Yeah, kind of like I always think of 3 Days Grace when I think about it because like they have some of that where it's like the distorted vocals on 3 Days Grace. So there was that.
Yeah, you can pump that through the synth so you can get different sort of distortion through your vocal tracks and whatnot. I thought that was, I agree. I did think that was sort of a cool mix to have that involved.
That kind of gave, otherwise the songs were exactly, in my opinion, exactly the same. So bringing in some vocals kind of did change it a little bit, but I couldn't hear the guitar. Sometimes the guitarist was just standing there, so I don't know if they were actually playing.
Well, it was very dark too.
Oh, it
like
was,
the stage lighting, I did not enjoy that.
I think that was supposed to be. I mean,
I think so too.
like,
I think that's part of the aesthetic
of it. But yeah, it was very dark on the stage. Yeah.
Again, I enjoyed the music. I was beat, so I wasn't enjoying it to my fullest.
They made the comment that the crowd was very quiet, like a tennis match.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
Which the crowd was very quiet.
Yeah.
You said deuce, but you were all the way in the back, and then after the next song.
Yeah, I said it very quietly to you.
I heard you.
And then
I thought you yelled it.
Yeah, and then they played the next song, and then
somebody
the break,
yelled
and then
deuce.
What? Yeah.
So
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. So, but it was lackluster. Even the crowd, I think. I mean, it was very lackluster.
Yeah, you're going for Lacuna Coil, which is not necessarily the heaviest metal band out there by any means. More radio friendly metal, but they're not really on the radio. But I could see them slotting into like a radio slot. But like that's the kind of crowd you're getting in this type of music.
Is Heaven Shall Die on the radio? Or do we just listen to it a lot?
We just listen to it a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, is it Heaven's a Lie?
Heaven's
not
a
Heaven
Lie.
Should Die.
Yeah.
Heaven Should Die.
All in all, I enjoyed their set. It's a cool little mix and different genre music for sure from the other 2 bands. Which again, I love when bands do that. But there's also times where I also don't like it. Tonight was one I enjoyed it.
I feel like AXTY, which I think is anxiety, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what they actually go by, but it'd be interesting to see them because when I see a band like that where it's just like a portion of the letters, I always think of that as like hardcore, like something like that. Like I always think of the band being that way.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting if they were at our show as well. And kind of see like, because if Anxiety was to go first and then Vowws and then Escape the Fate, like that would have just been, I think it would have made Vowws way worse.
Oh, really?
Like to go from like, and again, I don't know what that band is, like the AXTY.
You haven't listened to them.
I've never listened to them, but going from what I think of like a hardcore, action to them to Escape the Fate, which is more like emo metalcore.
Yeah.
Like, I just think it would have made Vowws even worse.
Maybe. AXTY, when you say like hardcore, I'm thinking based on the lineup, I would imagine them being more like TX2, which is sort of poppy, emo-y, punky type shit.
Okay.
That's kind of what I would assume they would be.
Oh, they're a metalcore band from Brazil, which makes sense why they went to play a festival in Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it's not it's not so hardcore. Well, it depends if it's metalcore or metalcore.
Right.
We did a whole episode on the difference.
Yeah, I guess let's move on then. I guess to Escape the Fate.
Yeah, that's fine.
And why don't you start with their set list?
They played Ungrateful, Deja Vu, Gorgeous Nightmare, Idle Potential, Low, Last Goodbye, Just a Memory, Paranoia, This War Is Ours, The Guillotine 2, The Aftermath, G3, and they ended with One for the Money. So, Brian, have we seen Escape the Fate before?
So going into this, we were asking ourselves that.
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out.
You looked it up, and apparently we had.
Yeah.
At
I think it was the song Last Goodbye that it clicked in my head.
That's the song that clicked, like, oh, we did see them?
Yes.
Okay, and it was at Upheaval, right?
Yes. On Sunday, right? Is that the second? Whatever the day 2 was.
Yeah.
If it was Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember if it was a Friday, Saturday schedule or Saturday, Sunday. But 2022.
Yeah, that was going to be one of the first episodes we did of this podcast. I think we tried to record it. It
It's
sucked.
horrible.
So we didn't post it. I don't know if we even have the audio or video for that anymore.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
But we didn't post that, and we never did that episode. So we need to go back to Grand Rapids to see Upheaval.
Upheaval, yeah.
Go check that festival again.
To do an episode on it.
Yeah, it's an interesting festival for sure, and they've changed it ever since 2022 or whenever it was. So it'd be fun to see. I like Grand Rapids too. We haven't been there in many, obviously, since then, but I liked Grand Rapids, so that'd be a cool one to do. Anywho, that's where we saw Escape the Fate.
Yes. So I was going to tie this back to you sleeping during
Vowws
and during Escape the Fate, basically. But we did see them. They were on the main stage on day 2.
Yep.
Before 3 Days Grace. And I remember 3 Days Grace, but I remember taking a nap on the hill before 3 Days Grace. And I think that's where that one song like kind of clicked.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, I have a memory of hearing this song in like laying down. And that's where I'm like, oh, it was Upheaval.
Brian was napping then and he's napping now.
Yeah, basically.
Not because of the music. That Upheaval wasn't because of the music either. We had COVID, it turns out.
We did. We did not know we had COVID. We've said this multiple times on the podcast. But
it was our first bout with COVID.
Yeah.
First of many.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
And so that's why we were napping. But
that's why we were napping. Again, I was beat. So I was just sitting there listening to the music, enjoying the music. I really was.
I enjoyed them.
But I may have fallen asleep for a few seconds during their set as well. Again, nothing against them. I enjoyed their music. The crowd was into it.
Yeah.
But they weren't a very movable crowd. They weren't moving that much.
Right. And we mean like no mosh pits, a failed wall of death.
Yeah, that was funny. He tried to do a wall of death. And he's like, does the whole like split this floor left to right, front to back. And it opened a little bit, but not that much. Yeah. And he's like, come on, split it left to right. And they're still not doing it. He's like, all right, let's go. But before he starts doing all of that, he like turns the bassist and the guitarist and he's like, what do you think? Yeah, no. And he turns the other one. Yeah, no. What do you think? I remember that sort of conversation. So he goes and tries to split the floor, doesn't split that well. He's like, all right, fuck it. When I drop, fucking you run as fast as you can that way. You run as fast as you can that way, explaining to them what the wall of death is. Boom. He's, it kicks in. The drop happens. You're supposed to collapse the pit in. And what happened, Karen?
Nothing happened. I laughed I'm sure people heard me. Everybody probably heard me. I laughed so hard. Because we're in the back and we can see this all happening and like everybody's just standing still, like nobody even like attempted to move.
No, yeah.
And that is the most hilarious thing.
No jumping, no headbanging, no rushing, no nothing. It was just sort of we split the floor apart and then nothing happened.
And there was a couple of people in the middle, and generally in a wall of death there are people in the middle and they do the whole like arms up, like let's go, like
they'll try like come on, back up, let's go. Yeah,
wait, back up.
Like sometimes they'll like try to build out the wall, like hey,
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people in the middle that are like, have their hands up and they're like, like I'm gonna get crushed sort of thing. That's what I was talking about. There's people in the middle, but they were definitely not doing that. Everybody just kind of stood there. So. And
I can't remember what he said when he got done, but he's like, well, fuck. Like basically like what the fuck?
You guys missed your mark or whatever, or missed the mark. And it's like, no, nobody just doesn't want to move. And then he said something about like Chicago's supposed to go hard. So on the next one, like let's see some movement or something, and nobody did it.
So I thought they were gonna get like really pissy with the bands or the fans for like not being into it as much. But then there were a couple songs later. I don't know what one. Maybe The Last Goodbye. Maybe just a memory. I can't remember what song it was. The Wall of Pit was pretty early in the night, I want to say, for them. Anywho.
The Wall of Pit?
The Wall of Death, yeah.
The Standing of Death.
The Standing of Death. Anywho, whatever song it was, it kicked in, and the crowd sung so loud.
Oh, right.
Like the crowd was so fucking into them.
Yeah.
So they weren't into a moshing.
Yeah, it just wasn't a moshing crowd. Yeah. And we've been to, what was the other show? It was at Bottom Lounge that we went to. And Frozen Soul was there.
Gate Creeper. Yeah.
Yeah. And like the crowd just, again, it was just a night where like
there wasn't much of a pit,
which is fine. I mean, it happens, but they handled it well, unlike other bands that we've seen.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like
Vomit Forth, that even when there is a pit and stuff, they berate the crowd and say that it's not good enough.
Well, I mean, again, I expected that after seeing that wall of or that standing death or whatever the fuck we're gonna call it, the failed wall of death, where I thought like they were gonna get really pissy with the crowd, like what the fuck am I wasting my time up here for? You're like, what the fuck, guys? But then hearing the crowd sing their song that loud, I was like, holy shit.
It's This War Is Ours or whatever. It's the song that they sang really loud.
Okay, there was also the final song, One for the Money, where I think like the guitar riff starts to play and the crowd just cheers
I'm sure,
loud.
yeah.
Because the intro's happening, like, oh shit, this is the song that we were here for and whatnot. Yeah. So the crowd, there were plenty of fans of Escape the Fate there for this show. It was just a weird night of no moshing.
I wonder if Escape the Fate's on the radio.
They had a radio sound to them.
That's where I wonder if it's just those couple songs that are, like popular, like that are on the radio.
The well-known, they get a lot of rotation and whatnot. Yeah. It could be. We don't listen to the radio that much. We should listen to it more often. But yeah, that could be for sure. Good set though. They had great energy on the stage. They interact with the crowd very well, all things considering, especially. Yeah. I expected them to berate the crowd, get a little pissy, but no, they
fuck this. We're not going to be out here if you're not going to.
They went with the punches, and they thought they did really, really good with their set.
Agreed.
Well, and that's going to take us then to our headliner, Lacuna Coil, and their set list that Karen is going to read off for us.
Layers of Time, Reckless, Hosting the Shadow, Kill the Light, Die and Rise, Spellbound, Heaven's a Lie, Scarecrow, Blood, Tears, Dust, Gravity, Oxygen, In Nomine Patre, Nothing Stands in Our Way. And they had a 4-song encore. The Siege, I Wish You Were Dead, Swamped, and they ended with Never Dawn.
And Heaven's a Lie and Swamped are on Setlist FM anyway, and what I put on our playlist, the 20th anniversary versions.
Oh, okay.
So I listened to this a couple years ago. I haven't listened to that in a while. Maybe it was right after the first boat, this vest, that I listened to that. But they're like reimagined versions of those songs for the 20th anniversary of that album. And I actually really enjoy the 20th anniversary versions more than the first version a little bit. Okay. So I thought when those were playing, like, I think those are the reimagined versions, and I think they were.
What's different about them?
I can't remember. It has a different vibe to it.
Oh, okay.
Is what I remember for sure. I need to listen to them again. Maybe we do that when we're driving next time or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anywho, it's been a few years since we've seen Lacuna Coil. We were supposed to see them on the boat. That was the only band we didn't see.
So they weren't at last year's Milwaukee Metal Fest?
See, you said that. They may have been. Maybe it was the second year Milwaukee Metal Fest. It was definitely after the boat. I think it was the second Milwaukee Metal Fest. The second one that Jossa took over. So was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Maybe. I forgot that they were at that, but they were there, and we did see a little bit of their set there. The time before that was supposed to be the boat. We didn't see them on the boat because of particular issues and shit that happened on that year's boat. We were supposed to see them the last day, and shit happened and schedules happened and whatnot. So we were unable to see them on the boat. Before that, though, I think the last time was at House of Blues.
Yeah, Apocalyptica show.
Yeah, which was 2018?
No. It was 2022.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was right after COVID. It's when House.
Are you sure?
It was, yes.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was much.
No, it was right after COVID because it was one of. There was just a few shows that we went to like right after COVID, and that was one of them because we showed up 20 minutes before the show was supposed to start or whatever, and it was completely packed everywhere.
See, I've always thought that was pre-COVID because I remember going there and being like, "Holy shit, it is packed in here," and I remember it being very, very packed, but then after Lacuna Coil, it sort of cleared out because I felt like it was a co-headlining. Actually,
yeah, I don't think it was co-headlining.
I felt like it was, but it might not have been. We actually have a poster for it. We did a 666 on that poster, so we can easily go into our hallway and find out what year it was. So we'll do that after this. Don't need to look it up now. Anywho, Karen's going to look that up because we need to see who's right and who's wrong.
It was April 27th, 2022.
All right. So I was wrong. Karen was right.
Yes. I had to prove myself right.
Anywho, were you excited for this show for Lacuna Coil at all, or was it just more like, we can go?
I mean, I had no excitement, no, but it wasn't because of like Lacuna Coil or Escape. It wasn't for any of the bands. It was just more like, it's a show. I mean, there's a lot of those.
Yeah,
so.
I was somewhat excited for this. I really like Lacuna Coil. I've liked them for a very long time. They're one of the early bands I discovered while going through sort of my discovery of metal music. They always stood out to me because they had the female vocalist as well, which brought in sort of the clean vocals with a harsh vocal element. There's a bunch of bands out there today that do that same sort of thing. Some bands, have one singer that can do both. There's other bands that have multiple singers that they have to split the duty as well. And I'm not saying Lacuna Coil's the worst at it. They're definitely not the best at that sort of style.
With the split?
Yeah, with the split, the clean and the dirty.
Yeah.
But they've got a soft spot in my heart because of like how I discovered them and whatnot. So I was really excited for this show. When they first took the stage, it was the two singers, the drummer, and a guitarist. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
what the fuck is going on? Like, I thought you had more members in your band. Also, I could have sworn I read an article 2 years ago that they were getting a new singer. Not the female, but like the male singer was leaving. And I was like, where the fuck? Like, everybody's the same that I remember, I think. At least the singers are. They eventually came out after the second song, I think it was, and said like, hey, it might look weird up here because we're missing our bassist. He's actually off stage. He hurt himself today, like hurt his foot or something.
Hurt his leg.
Yeah. And he is on some painkillers. So we've got a chair back there where he's actually playing live.
Yeah. Which is nice that actually playing live and not, like backing track or something like that. But yeah.
But I was not angry. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Or is this just gonna be a bunch of backing tracks? I don't remember you guys having a bunch of backing tracks, but maybe you did, and I just never paid attention. Where I was starting to go down that path of like, this is gonna suck. As soon as they said that, and like he came out and hobbled on stage real quick, waved and hobbled back off, I was like, oh, all right, never mind. This doesn't bother me anymore. But like for a few moments there, it definitely bothered me.
Yeah, because you could hear the bass parts. Yeah. I remember doing the same thing before they came out and said that, and I was like kind of like looking around because I'm like, wait, why are there only like 4 of them on the stage?
Yeah.
But
I really enjoyed the show. Like I said, the Heaven's a Lie, the album that comes off of, I searched the sea. It's on the back of this vest with the yellow flower and whatnot.
That's where like I was in my head. Okay, sorry, I'm interrupting you, but in my head I'm like, don't they have like a sunflower song or something? But it's the album cover.
Yep.
Yes. I don't know their music that well. Heaven's a Lie is the only song that I know.
So I know that album, and I think the next one, which is sort of a red cover and whatnot, I think that's where like Reckless comes off of it and whatnot. And like those are the 2 albums I grew up with listening to and knowing the most of. So hearing those songs, like, yes, I'm really pumped. A bunch of the stuff I did not know.
Yeah.
Like Scarecrow, when she came out and she's like, we wanted to bring some new stuff we've never played before. And we're going to play Scarecrow. And the crowd was very into it and very, like, they cheered and whatnot. And I was like, all right, this must be a good song then.
I remember when they played House of Blues, that when they were playing, I was like, I know none of this music. I feel like that was still in my period of like,
definitely.
I only want to see bands that I know. And like, I wanted to see Apocalyptica so bad because that was the first time we had ever seen Apocalyptica, I believe.
It was our first time. I didn't think you knew about them going into it.
Apocalyptica?
Yeah, maybe you did.
Yeah.
Because I remember afterwards you being like, oh my God, those guys are fucking awesome. I remember having those conversations after.
No, sorry, this is not about Apocalyptica, but that whole conversation wasn't about, oh my God, they're so fucking good. It was, because we were going to go see Apocalyptica like 2017.
Yeah, when they did like the
2016,
Metallica
2017. Yeah. And anyways, that's a whole nother story. Brian didn't buy tickets in time and they sold out. But anyways, that whole conversation was, I didn't know how it would go.
Oh,
because like,
right.
To me, classical music is like sit down and like listen to music sort of thing. So I didn't know how it would be being at House of Blues where it's standing room only.
Right.
That was that whole conversation, not about like, holy fuck they were fucking good.
Gotcha.
Like, we had listened to Apocalyptica since or before that.
Right.
So,
it's like the songs where they'd have a singer come out, like a guest singer, and whatnot, like Corey Taylor and all that.
Yeah, like I knew those songs, and that wasn't the conversation, but I remember during that show that during Lacuna Coil, I'm like, I know like none of their songs. Like, it was, and we were kind of pissed off because we were like way back by the bar and stuff because it was so slow, or like.
Right. After Lacuna Coil for that show, like you said, it cleared out a little
everybody
bit.
left,
So
we got really close.
Were there
like,
for
we were
them.
like right up to the stage, so.
Nobody cleared out here because obviously everybody was here for Lacuna Coil, and like the crowd was really fucking into it. Again, not really like moshing or dancing or anything like that, but they were really into it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say about this show. I really enjoyed it. I started to wake up once they started playing. I finally woke up.
Yeah.
Which was good. I wish I was awake for the whole thing and not just their set. There was also one moment where they're on stage throwing out like these fake knives. I think they were.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like,
into the crowd.
I remember like asking you like, what are they throwing out?
Yeah.
At first I thought it was like T-shirts or something. I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense.
I think they were like fake knives. Whatever it was part of the song, and I don't know if that was in Nonne Patres or what that was a part of.
Yeah,
but it was somewhere in there. The encore, like you said, was 4 songs. It was a long break in between.
Yeah,
the set.
There was like the music playing and stuff. At least it wasn't like some encores are completely dead silent. But yeah,
I assumed they'd end on Swamp, but Never Down or Dawn was their final song. Again, a song I'm not very familiar with, so whatever. I was happy to see Swamped and Heaven's a Lie. Those are like 2 of their biggest songs. So, but anyway, yeah, I was really happy with this show. I thought it sounded great. The crowd sounded awesome when they were singing. No movement, whatever. You don't always get that, and it's fine. And we weren't in the crowd.
Yeah, we don't move.
No, yeah, that's true. I like being in the crowd sometimes, but we definitely weren't, and I definitely probably wasn't going to be with how beat I was. So, lesson learned, I guess. Maybe not. We'll see who gets announced next year after C2E2, and we'll see if I go to that show or not.
Yeah.
But I am glad we made it to this show, and $30, not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
for
bad.
30 fucking bucks.
Yeah.
Anything else for you on this, or should we move on to the concert calendar?
Let's see what's coming up.
All right, so let's end off our show taking a look at the concert calendar with new tours that were announced this last week or so. The first of which I got an email about. Disturbed is playing July 25th at Hard Rock Live in Hollywood, Florida.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, just like a one-off show they're doing. I know this venue because Metallica did like a tribute show a few years ago.
Yes, that's where they played.
I can't remember like for a longtime producer or something, but they played like only old shit.
Yes.
Which would have been really fun.
We were technically in Florida.
Was that for the boat?
The day.
Like right before the boat?
No, it was the first cruise we went on. But we like technically were in Florida, but we were like north and not down there. So, and there was no way we could make it. So.
In any case, though, Disturbed is playing that same venue on July 25th this year. The only show I've seen from them, I heard they were going to take some time off, so maybe they're just going to do like one-off shows here and there. I don't know. Moving along, though, we have Summer Slaughter is coming back.
That's good. I'm glad Joss is bringing that back again.
Yeah, he took over last year as sort of running it after his success with Milwaukee Metal Fest and after sort of the failure of Summer Slaughter the year before, or the lackluster sort of... Yeah. The fans were not, I think, happy with it in 2023. I think it was 2024. Would have been 2024.
2024. Well, did they do it in 2024? I can't remember.
Did.
Yeah, I can't remember the years, but
whenever it was, like they ran it. Fans weren't happy with it. It wasn't the lineup they wanted. I think it just whatever. Joss then took over last year, sort of running it from there. Was Hatebreed on it last year too?
Yeah.
And they're on it again. They're headlining it again with. I'm going to get these names wrong. I'm sorry.
Devourment, Incantation, Snuffed on Sight, and Face Yourself. So it's a very small compared to last year.
I don't know if more bands will be added.
Maybe, because, it says and more.
Well, they don't have all of them.
They don't have it listed in the title. But yeah, so, because last year it was like 10 bands, 9 bands?
There was 2 stages, at least at
when we went to
the rave. They used the bar stage and the second stage.
Yeah. I feel like it was 9 bands.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Because it even started early. It was a long day for sure. This is also very short. It's only in July, it seems, kicking off July 2nd in Reading, PA. and ending July 24th at Buffalo, New York.
Devourment's not going to be the last 4 shows.
Yeah. Incantation will be there instead of Devourment, it looks like. And just, a smattering of shows in between there. Nothing necessarily, I think, that we can make, unfortunately.
No. Because there's nothing really around us.
No, and we're pretty busy and booked up already in July.
Yeah,
So
I guess that's Sagaswa, Michigan would probably be the closest thing to us. Oh, they're going to be at Pops. But yeah,
it's just
we're
not gonna
already
work with our
gone.
schedule.
Yeah, we're already gone. So
it'd be cool if they add more dates, maybe more bands down the road. Who knows? I could see this definitely expanding as it gets closer.
Possibly.
But Summer Slaughter's back and looks like a cool little lineup for sure.
It's interesting that they cut it in half compared to what they had before.
Also in July, we have COC. I believe that's July, but COC's added more dates or another sort of tour. They've got a lot going on this year. I don't know if it's already over with with Clutch.
Yeah, I don't remember the dates for the Clutch thing. But I haven't seen anything about that though.
They're not coming around here. That tour.
Well, I know, but I just figured we would see something from like the boat groups or like our friends from the boats or somebody would post something. Yeah, but I haven't seen anything.
Anywho, this one or this incantation or this version of, I'm going to start that all over, folks. This tour that COC is doing is with Whores and Crowbots. July. This one kicks off July 7th in Scottsbar, Houston, Texas, and ends July 22nd in Bourbon Theater in Lincoln, Nebraska. Mostly on the West Coast for this tour, some in the South, and then a few, I guess, in the Midwest with like Denver. That's not Midwest, that's West. But Denver and Nebraska.
Lincoln is Midwest, but...
Yeah. Short little run in July, mostly West Coast shows.
What would you call Denver? The West?
I'd call it the West. It's the start of the West,
yeah.
not the West Coast,
but the West, yeah.
Also, the last one we have for North America right now, and again, like we kind of thought that things might die down, and maybe it is, or maybe I just was busy and didn't catch everything. So definitely gonna have some stuff slip through the cracks. But the last one here for North America is Coheed and Cambria. They've added a handful of headlining shows around their tour with Shinedown.
Yeah. This is interesting. Like, I think, again, it's just because we're going through this process of, like, seeing all the shows and stuff, but seeing how many bands add shows around something else. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah, there's sort of a choose-your-own-adventure, and again, it's going to be smattered throughout those dates with Shinedown. So it looks like the earliest date for both of those tours is May 11th in Columbus, and that's just the Coheed. Then on May 13th, there with Shinedown in Green Bay. But this runs all the way up to June and August, respectively. Or I don't know if I said that in the right order, but yeah. They're going to be touring a lot. Go check out their website to find out the actual dates around you. And finally, we have a couple of shows here in Europe. The first of which is Animals as Leaders. Again, they're playing festival shows, but again, like you said, they added club shows also around those festival dates. After that, we have Cancerous Bats celebrating 20 years of madness. This kicks off May 23rd in Hatfield, UK, and ends July 10th in Cheltenham, UK. They're not just in the UK, they're all over the place. Germany, France, Spain, in there as well. We just usually start at the top and the bottom of the dates. Again, with festival dates in there as well. But then immediately after that, they have sort of a Black Sabbath tribute band as well called Bat Sabbath that kicks off in June. Or I guess June.
The dates kind of overlap.
Yeah, the dates do overlap. So they're doing both. They're doing, their thing, and then they're doing their Black Sabbath tribute, Bat Sabbath. Those dates run from June 8th to July 23rd. Again, those ones all seem to be in the UK, though, for Bat Sabbath. I don't know much about this band. It sounds like they're a hardcore band, so not really the stuff we're into.
I mean, the Bat Sabbath stuff.
That Bat Sabbath would be cool. And then the final one I have, AFI is doing a summer tour in Europe as well. Not very long. It's mostly in August. I guess it's all in August. But so late summer, kicking off August 22nd in Manchester, England, at the O2. And then ending August 30th in Cologne, Germany. Most of these dates are in the UK. There's one in France, one in Germany at the end of this as well. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up our show.
Yeah.
For us.
A little bit shorter than the last few shows.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah, that's definitely fine. We'll do another one, like I said, like this, following these segments and whatnot for next week, and then we're gonna be gone. So we have those filler episodes we talked about. But yeah, get out there, check out some live music, and we'll see you there.
Bye.